President, on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the victory over Nazism. I think we took part in the parade yesterday. Even before that, the day before, we also participated in some cultural events. But above all, I would say that we have learned many lessons, which should lead us to reflect even more, to remotivate ourselves, to restart the African engine. And today, many peoples are fighting for their survival, for their sovereignty, to live in peace. And the Sahel is part of this region where imperialism is manifesting itself in a very violent way. And with everything we are experiencing, they wish for us to honor the memory of all those fighters who gave themselves body and soul and who pushed us further in this struggle against imperialism, against neocolonialism. We ask you to observe a minute of silence. I will give you a few examples during my speech to help clarify my thoughts at the end. Here, we are at Mendeleev University. Everyone who studied in the science track has learned about Mendeleev. Let me share a little anecdote with you. During my school years, there are people who don't like certain things and who just can't manage to learn certain things. When they couldn't manage to do it, we used to nickname them after the scientist who invented them. For example, we had people who were called Traore, and we also had people who were called Mendeleev. As for me, I love science. I am a scientist. I love science so much. At any time, if someone wakes me up and asks me to recite the periodic table, I have it memorized just like that. It's the same thing with chemical equations that we've been balancing since the beginning of high school. We're really good at it. When we're asked to balance a chemical equation on paper, we do it. When in thermodynamics, we're told to calculate the standard entropy of formation, we do it. This is to show you that practical experience is very important, and this laboratory, which would allow us to practice, is something we lack in our countries. For example, we are at war. We pay for equipment, we pay for ammunition, weapons, and everything else. When I talk to you about ammunition, explosives, and all that, Mali produces cotton, Burkina produces it, Niger produces it, but you know very well that it's the cellulose from cotton that's processed to make explosive powder. Why can't we manage to do it? Because we don't have practical chemistry. I think, still along the same lines, you can see all the types of missiles that the Russian Federation is able to develop. And the most recent one is Oreshini, which is making the whole world tremble, and that no one wants to have. But just the fuel and everything related to missiles. It's all chemistry. Are we able to actually create this fuel to try to build an engine to propel a rocket or a missile? There are so many examples that we couldn't finish listing them all. But this is to tell you that you are lucky to be here, I would say at the very origin of chemistry and mathematics. Because in Russia, there have been scholars in these fields, whether it's physics, Indian chemistry, or mathematics. But as the representative was saying, history has been distorted, and we've been led to believe that Russians are not strong in certain fields. It is others who wrote history, who claim to be strong in everything. But I think today, history shows us that all of that is false. There truly are original scholars. Here is the proof, Mendeleev, who created these tables. It summarizes the Russian material. So take advantage, learn in a practical way so that it benefits all of us. When a country is weak, it is doomed to disappear in this predatory world. We have to be strong. And today, the countries that are nuclear are strong. They never lose a war. But the nuclear bomb, you've all studied atomic science, that's for sure. They tell you it's a neutron that hits a nucleus and splits an energy level. We know the equation, but how do you even enrich to change isotopes? How do you enrich? How do you actually do it in practice? So take advantage and learn, because we need you to develop our country.
Voilà, les photographes peuvent monter maintenant. Les photographes.